I drunkenly kissed my longtime friend at a party, and he said he loved me after that, but I started puking, and now I'm confused how to bring it up again. Posted by you/throw_ra_Shasha. I mean, the title pretty much says it all. James, 22M, and I, 21F, have been friends since second grade. We've shared practically everything with each other. We've been there for each other when no one else was. We tell each other I love you pretty often. He is my family. I don't drink much, ever, and James had begged me to come with him to his friend's apartment for drinks and games. I decided to let loose, bad move on my part, and drank too much. He had a bit to drink as well, but not nearly as much. He saw I was warm and loopy, so he took me out for some fresh air. Honestly, this bit is pretty fuzzy. I just remember laughing and going to kiss his cheek like I would my mother, but it didn't end that way. I missed and kind of hit the corner of his mouth, and he took that as an invitation to really kiss me. We kind of made out. And then he told me he loved me, and I told him I loved him too, 'cause that's what we always say, but he responded with something like, "No, like I am in love with you." And then I puked in a bush, and he took me home, still quite embarrassed about it. It's been a couple of days, and neither of us has brought it up. I'm kind of confused about my feelings. I haven't really been in love before, but I do love him and have always considered him my person. Am I being obtuse? How can I bring the topic up with him? Because I do want to discuss it once I figure myself out. Top/relevant comments. Commenter. Close your eyes and imagine him with another woman, and think about how you would feel if he smiled at her the same way he smiles at you, with the same look in his eyes. Many times, people don't realize their feelings until it's too late, often because they take that person for granted or see them as too predictable. Many let that person go when someone new comes along, drawn by the novelty. But in the end, they realize that the other person didn't truly love them, and they regret it, and many times, it's too late. Commenter 2. Next time you guys are alone together, just say, "Hey, I wanted to talk about the other night." But I would 100,000% please figure out your own feelings and what you want before you do that. Update 4 days later. Someone mentioned something about an update? I'm not sure if this is how it's meant to be done, so I don't know if anyone will even see it, but this is how I'm doing it. So, we talked and I was honest. I have been way overthinking this and really just confusing myself more and more. I came to terms with the fact that I was truly very into the kiss and enjoyed the thought of kissing him even when I was sober. So I told him that. But I also told him how nervous I have been about our relationship because I've thought of him as someone who will be in my life forever since 6th grade, and I have never been lucky in love. The thought of us parting ways because our relationship goes south makes me feel legitimately ill, and I told him that too. I started off with the talking because he knew it was coming, and I could tell he was incredibly nervous. But he seemed to loosen up as I continued. He actually smiled a little. After I finished my speech, he said, "Can I say something cheesy but true?" And I naturally replied with yes. He told me that he has loved me since middle school and that he never thought it would get this far. I am still utterly shocked by this. I seriously never knew. I was getting all flustered and shy because of a man I have literally shared everything with, which is bonkers. When I am with him, I am the most unapologetic version of myself, but he had me blushing. That pretty much solidified it for me. The only thing left to discuss was how to move forward, and he took the initiative and asked what it was that I wanted to do about this. I had been thinking about this for a day or so since unraveling how I felt about him. I suggested that we go on a real date, not just a hangout, if he would be okay with that. I understand that at this point, he is much deeper into this than I am, so I don't want to do anything to hurt him, but committing super hard would be a lie on my end, and this feels necessary to explore. Honestly, it is a possibility that he could find out that I was better in his head or something. Anyway, he agreed, and we are giving it a shot. I am very happy, and he seems to be as well. He was absolutely grinning once I offered up the date idea. He was tickled that I asked him out. It was very cute. So thank you to everyone for your suggestions and support. It was surprisingly helpful. This post was more like a diary entry than anything else, and reading it back is kind of cringe, but I am grateful nonetheless. If anyone is reading this, have a great day. Second update 1 month later. Hey everyone. I really didn't think I would ever do another update, but so many of you have asked for one that it feels evil holding on to this information, haha. Just a summary of my last 2 posts. James and I drunkenly made out, and he said he was in love with me. I freaked out and questioned how I felt about him because we have been best friends since 2nd grade. I came to the conclusion that I enjoyed kissing him, and we talked it out and decided to try a real date. James and I are exclusively dating and have been since that first date, which went, well. I thought I would be the nervous one and he would be chill, Since I had been overthinking how our dynamic would change since day one, and he kept saying he was so excited for the date. But when he picked me up and brought me flowers like the gentleman he is, my brain went quiet and calm, and everything just felt like it clicked into place for me. He, on the other hand, was sweating bullets, incredibly nervous. He was chivalrous and cheesy, opening the car door for me and making a show of it. It was really adorable. Also, this felt entirely new. I wondered if our date would feel like a regular hangout, but it didn't. It felt special, and my cheeks were warm and tired from smiling the entire night. The car ride was kind of awkward at first just because he was so stiff, but he explained that this is something he had been dreaming of for years and was really scared to mess up. He loosened up after I reassured him that the biggest possible mess up wouldn't deter me. We had a real big heart-to-heart on the drive to the restaurant and came to the conclusion that no matter how this goes, we will be in each other's lives in some capacity. It made us both relax a bit more. I held his hand in the parking lot. Because we already know each other like no one else, we fell into our conversational habits, but it still felt like I was unlocking parts of him that weren't available to me before and that he was doing the same with me. I really thought I would be freaked out, but it feels so natural, and we have such a deep trust that has been established over the years that I don't even feel slightly stressed. Sometimes it is a little weird, but nice. Over the years, we have cuddled a few times, like a head on the shoulder with minimal contact. So being a little more intimate feels foreign, and sometimes I do feel the need to rewire my brain because I have to remind myself that it is appropriate to do with him. But once I remind myself, it is incredibly nice. It has been over a month since our date, and we are still taking it slow. Don't expect an engagement announcement anytime soon. We are comfortable with this pace. Also, if you have any questions about our past or our relationship, fire away. There is a lot of lore spanning over a decade, lol. Thanks to everyone who wants to keep up with how we are doing. It is genuinely so sweet to have the amount of support that you guys have provided. /relevant comments. Commenter. I love this. I'm curious, did he tell you why he didn't confess sooner? Like, did he almost tell you at some other time? It seems like such a long time to wait. Ops response. He confessed that he had actually never planned on telling me. He was so sure that it could never happen and thought it would be a burden on me. Thank you, alcohol lol.